Okay, so picture this. Last Tuesday, I woke up and I was already late for a super important meeting that I totally forgot about. Classic me. I stumbled into the kitchen, a complete mess, and yelled, "Alexi, make me coffee and toast, stat." Alexi is my smart home device, by the way. I named him Alexi because it sounds like a hot Russian spy, which makes my mornings more exciting. He usually gets everything perfect. He dims the lights when I want to watch a movie and plays sad Taylor Swift songs when I'm feeling dramatic. He's basically the best boyfriend I've ever had. But this time something went wrong. Horribly wrong. I was running around trying to find a clean shirt that didn't have a ketchup stain on it when I smelled smoke. I ran back to the kitchen and there it was. My toast wasn't just toasted. It was a black, smoldering brick of charcoal. Alexi, my digital genius, had cranked the toaster up to the volcano setting. My coffee was fine, thank God, but my breakfast was ruined. It was a tiny disaster, but it made me think. I'm so used to Alexi doing everything for me that I forgot how to use a simple toaster. Have I become that lazy? The thing is, we all have an Alexi in our lives now. It might be the GPS that tells you how to get to your friend's new apartment, so you don't have to use your brain to read a map. Or it's the app that suggests what movie to watch so you don't have to argue with your partner for 3 hours. These little helpers are everywhere, making our lives smoother and easier. They handle the boring stuff, freeing us up to do more important things, like scrolling through pictures of cute dogs on the internet or figuring out what to wear on a first date. Honestly, it's pretty awesome most of the time. I love that I can just ask my phone for the weather instead of having to look out the window like some kind of pioneer woman from the 1800s. Who has time for that? And don't even get me started on autocorrect. It has saved me from so many embarrassing typos that I think it deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. AI is like having a personal assistant who works for free and never judges you for ordering pizza 3 nights in a row. It's convenient, it's fast, and it lets us outsource the boring parts of being a grown-up. Let's talk about the real juicy stuff, homework. I have this cousin Leo, who is in high school. He's a smart kid, but he'd rather spend his time learning TikTok dances than learning about the French Revolution. Last week he had a huge history essay due. He came to me in a panic, looking like he'd just seen a ghost. He said, "Mindy, I'm doomed. I have to write 1,000 words about Napoleon, and all I know is that he was a short, angry dude." I was about to give him my classic "you should have started sooner" lecture, but then he got this sneaky little grin on his face. He pulled out his phone and opened an AI writing app. He typed in, "Write a 1,000-word essay on Napoleon Bonaparte's impact on Europe," and bam! In less than a minute, a perfect essay appeared on his screen. It had big words, correct dates, and everything. It was like magic. He just had to read it over, change a few sentences to make it sound like him, and he was done. He went from total panic to total relief in 60 seconds. He called it modern problem solving. I called it the great homework heist. It was brilliant and also a little terrifying. On one hand, you have to admit it's insanely useful. Leo wasn't just being lazy. He was using a tool to get the job done quickly. He said it helped him understand the main points better because the AI laid them out so clearly. It was like having a super smart tutor who was available 24/7. For students who struggle with writing or organizing their thoughts, this kind of technology could be a total game changer. It can help them get past the scary blank page and build their confidence. It's a tool that can unlock learning for people who think differently. But then there's the other side of the coin. Is Leo actually learning anything? Or is he just learning how to be really good at copying and pasting? The whole point of writing an essay is to struggle with the ideas, to think critically, and to figure out how to express your own thoughts. If an AI does all the heavy lifting, your brain doesn't get a workout. It's like wanting to get strong but hiring a robot to lift the weights for you. You're not going to build any muscles that way. You might pass the class, but you miss out on the actual skill. This whole AI thing is making me wonder if our brains are slowly going on a permanent vacation. Think about it. We don't have to remember phone numbers anymore because they're all saved in our contacts. We don't have to remember birthdays because Facebook reminds us. We don't even have to decide what to cook for dinner because an app can generate a meal plan and a shopping list for us. Each time we let AI handle a small mental task, it's like we're telling our brain, "Hey, you can chill. You don't need to work so hard." It's great in the short term, but what about the long run? I saw this hilarious and kind of sad thing the other day. A guy was trying to parallel park his car, but the automatic parking assist feature was broken. He just sat there, completely lost. He tried turning the wheel a little bit, then a little more, and almost hit a fire hydrant. A crowd was starting to gather. It was so awkward. He had become so dependent on the car doing the work for him that he had completely forgotten a basic driving skill. It was a perfect example of what can happen when we rely too much on technology for things we should know how to do ourselves. This dependency can sneak up on you. It starts with small things, like letting your GPS navigate you around your own neighborhood. Then you start using AI to write your emails, so you don't have to think about sounding professional. Before you know it, you're asking an AI for advice on your love life instead of talking to your friends. We risk losing our problem-solving skills, our creativity, and even our ability to connect with other humans. If we never have to struggle or think for ourselves, we might become a little less sharp, a little less interesting, and a little more boring. The danger isn't that AI is going to take over the world like in a sci-fi movie. The real danger is much quieter. It's the slow and steady erosion of our own abilities. We might forget how to be curious because we can get any answer instantly. We might forget how to be creative because an AI can generate art or music for us. We might forget how to be resilient because we never have to face a challenge that a machine can't solve for us. We could end up like pampered little pets, totally dependent on our smart devices to feed us, entertain us, and think for us. That's a scary thought. So, what's the final verdict? Is AI our best friend or our worst enemy? Honestly, I think it's neither. It's just a tool, like a hammer or a microwave. A hammer can be used to build a beautiful house or to smash your thumb. It's all about how you use it. The key is to find that Goldilocks zone. Not too much reliance, not too little, but just the right amount. We need to be the boss of the AI, not the other way around. We should use it to make our lives better, not to make ourselves obsolete. It's all about finding that perfect, delicious balance. We should embrace AI for the things that are genuinely tedious or difficult. Let it handle the boring data analysis at work. Let it manage your complicated schedule. Let it help you translate a language when you're traveling. These are amazing uses that free up our time and brain power for more important things, like inventing something new, creating art, or just spending quality time with the people we love. Using AI as a super-powered assistant can make us more productive and creative, not less. It can handle the how so we can focus on the why. But we also need to protect the parts of our lives where the struggle is the whole point. Don't let AI write your love letters for you. Don't let it solve every single puzzle in a game. And for the love of all that is good, try to cook a meal from scratch every once in a while, even if you burn the toast. We need to intentionally choose to do things the hard way sometimes. This is how we learn, grow, and stay sharp. It's how we keep our brains from turning into mush. Make it a game. For every task you give to AI, do one yourself. Ultimately, the future is up to us. We get to decide what kind of relationship we want to have with this incredible technology. We can either become passive consumers who let machines do all our thinking, or we can become active, curious humans who use AI as a partner to explore the world in new and exciting ways. So the next time you ask your smart device to do something for you, take a second to think. Could I do this myself? Do I want to? Finding that balance is the real challenge, and it's a challenge we should all be excited to take on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go learn how to use a toaster.